Okay, let's go.
Well. Hello, everybody.
Boom, boom, bam. That's right. That's right. For once, I was actually early.
Yeah, you were. You were the first person here. That's crazy. Crazy. So, have you had a decent week, Stan?
Not bad. Nothing. You know, we've talked about that before. Nothing really great, but nothing bad either. So I'll take it. That's a good week.
Yep, just steady.
That's you and I don't have that very often, so that's a great week.
Yep, I agree. It's been a little busy, but nothing detrimental. So.
And we finally had some warmer weather here. Most of the ice is melted off the James.
Yep. The snowmen that we made, the bottom sections are about the size of a basketball right now, and they were the size of a love seat. So they're getting down there. But let's say hi to Chatt. All right,
that's a great idea.
Yeah. Whisker Warrior member Rebel River Cats with the eyeballs. Hey, Doug, how you doing, buddy? He was the first one in here, which is crazy that you beat Sampy. That's an accomplishment. Because next up is none other than Sampy saying, hey, Dustin, Austin, Stan, everybody. Joshua Perham, how you doing, buddy? Glad you made it in here. Jimmy James Bailey, Catfishing. How you doing, sir? And hello, Dustin, RRC, and Sampy. And we got another regular, Randy, old gray hair Swain. How you doing, Randy?
Yep. They were a little upset. Austin, they were a little upset. Lisa was like, "No, we need to be on time for Dustin."
I know it.
You got to watch out. She'll let you know.
Yeah. Crappy day, Darren. How you doing, buddy? Glad to see you in here. We got Lisa, blame Austin for the tardiness. Yep. You can put it on me. That's fine. You can send your suggestions. Put this suggestion in the suggestion box, and Dustin will be back in the office next week, and he'll read it.
Yep.
922 Crappy Barbecue. Hey, Bobby. He said, "Who let Stan in here?" That would be me again. You can put that in the box. Fish of the Mid-South, how you doing, sir? Charles Breckenridge, how you doing? He says, hello, gentlemen. Bill Reddick Outdoors, how you doing, sir? Always nice to see Bill. We got V, Verlina Smith, evening again.
What's up, V?
Nice to see you, V. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Charles Breckenridge, I'll be taking full advantage of this warmer weather tomorrow. Don't blame you one bit. Tomorrow's supposed to be rain, and more rain. But this weekend's looking nice, very nice. Especially Sunday. The sun's supposed to be out more on Saturday, but the wind is supposed to be more of a factor on Saturday too. So Sunday,
that's right.
Slight overcast, a little less wind. That's my kind of fishing weather right there. Let's see. Hey, there's Dustin. What are you doing? He says, thank you both so much for taking this on tonight. It means so much to me that I have friends like you. Well, of course, buddy.
That's right. And we'll try not to even talk that bad about you while you're not here.
That's right. I'm glad I know that you're in here because I had some things to say. Hope you feel better soon, buddy.
Absolutely.
V saying, Bobby, I think we melted some ice this week. Not all, but some. That's good. Joshua Perham saying, where's Dustin? Dustin is feeling under the weather. He is resting, which is what he should be doing. So, yep. Let's see. Greg Burgess, how you doing, sir? Says, hey, Austin, my brother. Glad to see you, sir. Did all that snow melt in Louisiana? I reckon it's melted by now.
I should hope so. I
would hope so too, but I never would have. Who would have thought that they'd have gotten a foot of snow? You know, that's crazy.
There you go. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
You'll never know how quick snow melts if you never get snow, right?
That's right. Well, that's another thing is now the sun is going to be in different positions different times of year, but general rule of thumb, if you want to plant a garden in the springtime and you're not sure where to put that garden because you're not sure where the majority of the sunlight hits your yard, if you get snow, look at the spots that melt first. That's a good indicator of probably a decent place to put a garden.
Absolutely. Look there, Austin dropping the Amish knowledge out there.
That's right. That is some Pennsylvania Dutch knowledge right there. Let's see. Yep, Doug, Rebel River Cat saying hello, everyone. Randy saying, with Dustin in here, there goes half of your topics for tonight. Yep. Wabash Nate, how you doing, Nate? Glad to see you. Charles Breckenridge saying it's not supposed to rain in the afternoon. Okay, good. I thought it was going to be an all-day thing. So
Charles did a great job last week, by the way.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Thanks for bringing that up. Muskrat Adventures. Hey, Roger, how you doing, sir? Nice to see you. JG Hill. It's getting warmer. Heck yeah. I agree, buddy. Catch fish with us, Chris. Howdy, y'all. Nice to see you, Chris. Jonathan May with the waving hands and the deuces.
What's up, Jonathan?
How you doing? John Boys. How you doing, John Boys? Nice to see you. And we are all caught up. There you go. And that was 5 minutes as opposed to the usual 35. So.
But I don't know if you caught JG or not, but JG is out there also.
Yep. Yeah, I caught him.
Awesome. Want to be outdoors. What's up? You got people flying in now still.
I know it. As soon as I'm done with chat, they're.
Absolutely.
Greg Burgess saying it was 79 degrees today. Supposed to be in the 70s all week. Yep. So I reckon you don't have a whole lot of snow left down there then.
We're up to 42 awesome people watching.
That's right. Please hit that thumbs up if you haven't. Speaking of hitting the thumbs up, that's what Steve Ransom is saying. How you doing, Steve? I had the absolute pleasure of meeting Steve Ransom and his wife in person down at the Ice Bowl, and they were a really fun couple to talk to. I enjoyed that thoroughly. His wife, very, very lovely woman. So it was great to see them.
Absolutely. Hope she's doing well.
Yeah.
Always great to hear from them. Steve and his wife, they come up here and fish our area up here.
Yeah, I know. And then we had to meet at Bugs Island to actually meet. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Steve Ransom, let's see. Want to be outdoors. Hey, Matt, how you doing, buddy? Fishing with Tito says, hi, everyone. How you doing, Tito? Nice to see you in here.
Oh, gee, Sean White's out there.
Hey, Sean White. LG Bass, Tom, that's another one. Got to meet Tom in person for the first time. And
well, you might as well stop now then. Nobody can compare to that. That's
I know it. I really enjoyed talking with Tom. We had a good conversation, and Laura the Explorer was down there too. Got to meet her.
Absolutely.
Fun stuff. Let's see.
I got to do the Ice Bowl one of these years.
Oh, it was a blast, man. It was a blast. We had such a fun. Freddie and I had such a fun time. So much good conversation, and then you're catching fish in between the conversation. It was just an excellent day of fishing, and then my first Ice Bowl. So finishing 24th out of 194 boats. I was pretty stoked about that. Pretty stoked.
You finished what?
24th.
24th
out of 194.
Can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
First Ice Bowl. That's finish in the top 25. That's awesome.
I'd have been happy with the top half.
Yeah. I'd be happy just to bring a weight in, because that's a whole. Yeah. You're going and fishing a lake, total different than fishing the river, and it was a tough day, and bait issues, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, yeah. And it was I've been fishing Bugs Island for a long time now. I just don't do it often. Like, we go camping there maybe twice a year, and that's usually the extent of it, So it's, the area isn't new to me, but I've never fished it enough to pattern fish there.
Absolutely.
So pretty cool. Might as well just be going to a new place. You know?
And then you add a tournament situation in, and there's, like you said, 140 boats. So that's, even though it's a big lake, it's still going to be, I'm sure you ran into other boats throughout the day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there were a ton of boats. And, but one of the funniest things was Chad and us. We all launched out of the same place and out of the same ramp.
Did you say funny or funny looking?
Funny.
There
you go. But Chad, there was a lull in the bite around midday, and Freddie and I said, maybe we'll, get off of this real deep flat and go up into some slightly shallower water and get behind Chad. Chad was ahead of us dragging bait, and we were dragging baits behind him, but we were kind of, off to the side, so we weren't dragging the same stuff. Well, we got in behind him, and we started catching fish left and right. So we were catching all the fish that Chad couldn't, and we were texting them and giving them, updates,
That's a win right there, dude. That would be worth that. Just to.
We were looking up at Chad and Tom, and you could see them just sitting there still bundled up, in blankets or whatever they were doing. And we were up and moving because we were catching fish. That was a fun time. Hey, Jodi, how you doing, Jodi?
Good to see you, Jodi. And Gregory Lemon saying Double Hook Angling is not doing a live tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you for keeping us updated. Everybody's saying hi. Hope you're doing good, Gregory. Let's see. Jerry Hager, 419 Fishing and Powder Coating. Good evening, y'all from Nebraska. Well, good evening, Jerry. Glad you're here. Always nice to see new names, at least new to me. That's very cool. Very cool. But yeah, fished the ice bowl last Saturday. And it's so cool. It was 17 degrees when when I got on the boat. Freddie was already launched. But you see all these boats just in the dark. You see all them lights, and you're like, man, where am I? So where is everybody going to fish today? Because everybody's in everybody else's way,
Mm-hmm.
It's because just about everybody here is going to be dragging baits. So it's,
Yeah.
And then we saw a couple people anchored, and one person we saw anchored, and we watched them catch a fish, and they seemed real excited about it. And I guess they were just excited about hooking a fish in the first place, because as soon as they caught it, they left. So they I never saw them again. So I don't know. And then it's funny. It's just, you never know. There's people down there that fish that body of water all the time, and then and they're able to pattern fish a little bit and different things, and so you just never know when you see people that you've never seen before doing something that you don't know why they're doing it. It's either they're are they from here and they know something, or have they never been here before and they're doing what they know to do. It's
right.
That thought always went through my mind, because there was a pontoon boat that stayed anchored in the same spot all day, and you would think, I'm looking at them like scratching my head, but the winner of the winner of the 2024 Ice Bowl, I believe that's exactly what they did, and they brought in an 80-something pounder. So they must have. I'm pretty sure they had a good idea of where fish are going to be traveling, and they sat there in a good spot, and waited it out.
I would think in a lake, in the river, they have to, food is coming around and it's gone. Like they see it, they get a scent and gone. But in the lake, if there's food there, they get a better chance to kind of just, I don't got to grab it right now. I can wait 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's going to be right there. I see it. There it is.
It's like one of those buffets where, like, you sit down in front of the conveyor belt and the food just
it's going around.
Yeah.
I hope nobody takes that last shrimp cocktail out there.
Yeah.
But so I would think I would see why anchoring in a lake situation could have its benefit if you've marked the fish that you mark the fish, that is man, this is the game winning fish. I know a lot of old school people that would anchor right up on it, get the baits down right as close as they can to it, and try to wait it out and hope that the bite window opens up during the whatever 8 hours that you got out there.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But at the same token,
you got to have some real patience to do that.
Yeah.
It'd be hard for me to anchor, because you're going to have to double anchor at Bugs Island because there's no current really. So, unless you got a strong wind that's going the same direction all day. But
right.
You got to have some serious patience.
Gregory Dustin is under the weather tonight. He's not feeling well, so.
And Jody's saying, "Hey, Austin Butterflies went ice fishing for the first time today, and she caught a fish." That's right. I was on my way home from work, and I was listening in, and I do believe I don't think I saw it.
I'm gonna have to go.
They talked about it.
Have to go watch that.
There she is, right there. Congratulations!
Absolutely.
Cool. That is awesome.
Now she's ice fishing. She's hosting shows, catching big flatheads. I don't know. I tell you what.
Yep. Unstoppable.
That's right. I can see a whole slew of unstoppable shorts about that.
That's right. Every time I think I forget about those, it comes right back around. There's Small Water Charters. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Well, that song really was unstoppable.
Oh, man. So were my headaches.
What's up, John? and did you hear? I think that happened to you, too, but we went to the Wawa.
Yes.
And that song was playing. They had it every time we went to Wawa. I was like, son of a gun.
Yep. That's when you're like, screw it, I'm going to Sheets.
Yeah. The heck with this.
Sheets doesn't feel like paying the whatever the fee is to play mainstream music, so That's right. They do the elevator. Yeah.
Get that for $2.22. She got 2 pickerel. All right.
Very cool. That's a fun fish to catch. They fight really well. I've never caught them through the ice. I've never been fortunate enough to that opportunity, but I'm sure that was a blast. As many pickerel as I've caught in open water, I can only imagine how fun it is to catch them in a 8-inch hole,
Yeah. I keep telling you, we got to go. That's the catch and cook we need to do.
Yeah.
That would be great because a lot of people think of pickerel as a garbage fish, and it is one of the best eaten fish out there. You just got to clean it the right way.
Yeah.
And man, delicious.
They're really good.
Delicious.
Biggest one was 1.5 pounds, 18.5 inches long. That's a pretty decent sized pickerel.
Yeah.
Not bad. That's not bad at all. Very cool. So let's see. What do you want to talk about, Stan? What do you want to talk about?
Well, the warm up show. you did a good job up there on the warm-up show, by the way, the intro to Snaggin Night Live. They did a pretty good job of covering the ice bowl.
Yeah.
So the only thing, what was it, a 60-some pounder, right, that won?
66.
66. There you go. I think SF Outdoors. And
Yep.
So big shout out to them.
Fitzgibbons, Sean. I think Sean Fitzgibbons.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Him and I guess that's his son. That if you watch the weigh-in, his little boy was up there with him, and that was really cool to see. You know.
Yeah, I used to talk to him a few years ago when he was coming up. He was doing kayaking.
Oh yeah.
Up by where Stand 3, and so he was asking us, about the weather and when the water's blown out, whatnot. So we didn't make a wasted trip all the way up. That's right. That's right.
And then it was funny, Freddie and I, we were the second team to weigh in, and the first fish was a 51 or 55, and I was like, oh crap, like that's the first fit, like what else is to come? But like everybody, it was, and you never know, but like you get there to the weigh-in, and Freddie, especially, as much networking as he does with F.O.A. Customs and Gear, he knows everybody, So he was asking, what'd you get? And just about everybody we talked to was in that range of mid-20s to mid-30s, somewhere in there. And if you look at the weigh-in, there was a ton of fish in that bracket. What I thought was interesting was, so a 66 won it, and then there were 5 fish weighed that were in the 50s.
Wow.
There was only 1 fish weighed in the 30s or 40s, and 11 or 12 in the 30s. And I just thought that was kind of an interesting, statistic out of almost 200 boats. That only one person got something in the 40s to bring in, and my wife and I were talking about it, and it's in the 30s, there was like 11 of those, but there was, oh my gosh, there was so many in the 20s that were brought in. So like that 20, mid 20s to mid 30s, somewhere in that range. I think there are so many of those fish at Bugs Island that is a standard fish. Like if you find fish, if you're having a decent day, you're probably going to catch one somewhere in that range. And then it's almost like there's so many of those fish that it's a plateau, and then only X amount of those fish are competitive enough or strong enough to get above that. And then once a fish gets to that, upper 40s, 50 pound, there's no predator, so other than humans, but so at that point they can somewhat coast, but I just thought that was a really interesting statistic. And then not only were there that many fish weighed in that bracket, but the between 10th place and 30th place, it averaged less than a pound, like a half a pound difference between fish. I mean, you could have caught a fish that just ate a couple of decent crappie, and that could have bumped you up like 6 to 8 spots in the tournament. Like it really didn't take a whole lot. And that. It's just crazy, but that's what happens, I guess, when there's that many boats that fish a tournament,
Yeah, and a lot of times that's why you see the tournaments, they get it right in the live well, because how many times you're holding it up for pictures and this and that, and what does it do? It pees all over you, it burps water, and
throws up, yeah.
So and if you've got to hold on to that fish, or you catch it first thing and got to hold on to it all day, that can be
Yeah, and that's what happened with me and Freddie was now I don't know if it lost weight or anything, but that fish was in Freddie's live well from 8:30 in the morning, so pretty much almost all day, long time. But that fish was feisty. That fish grabbed a hold on me at the weigh-in, and I thought he was. For a second, I thought that fish was going to get away from me because he started thrashing, and I said, "Don't you dare do this in front of all those people." And
that would have.
I grabbed a hold of that fish like it owed me money, and I said, "I'm not letting go. You're not making a fool out of me." But I still got the marks on my hand from that fish. That fish bit me. That fish was just as mad as I was. More mad.
Yeah, they will get you.
It's just funny. You catch a fish twice as big and it doesn't tear you up. What the heck?
Well, coming from experience, when you are twice as big, it's hard to move. That's it. I don't know. Could be the problem. What's up, Jeff Beal? Fishing with Kidra.
Let's see. Jodi says, "Have you met Fishing with Tito? He is married to Fishing with Kidra. They are new to our community. Welcome in, Tito and Kidra." Yes, very much so.
That's right.
Welcome in, Tito and Kidra. I saw Kidra in John Parker's live today. Very cool.
There you go.
And Jodi dropped the link. Thank you, Jodi. Very cool.
We might be having a new angler fishing with us on stand day also. So hopefully we'll see. Message me about fishing stand day. So not with us, but like on the show. Somebody new. No veterans. That's right.
Randy says, "For those that don't know, Jerry Hager does fantastic work on powder coating. He is a small business that supports the catfish community. If you have a need, check him out." Well, thank you. That's good. Good information. Good information. Doug says, "I just confirmed I'm heading north, Austin." We talked the other day on the phone. He does so much driving, sometimes he forgets if he's going to work or coming home.
Yeah. It's going to be almost time to start listening for him crossing. If he's still doing the same route, it's going to be almost time to start listening for him going over the bridge. I remember many a night listening out there. Did you hear
it? Yeah. Those were some fun nights too. Dead Sea Pirates, how you doing, buddy?
And Jeff is supposed to be having his not your average DIY fishing tournament this year again.
Yep. Yeah, looking forward to that. That was, as the reigning champion. Well, I guess maybe my mother is the reigning champion.
Yeah.
I'll give it to her. But as the captain of the reigning champion boat, I'm very much looking forward to that. Let's see. JG says, "Live well for a tournament like this would be an issue for me on my boat." Yeah, that cold water, can cause some issues, especially like if you don't, when it's 17 degrees outside, don't fill up the live well the day before or whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely do it the morning of,
That's right.
When you get that fish, that way it can be as fresh or as oxygenated as possible, and then keep that water moving. Water that's moving freezes a lot less quickly. I'll tell you one thing that I noticed is
what's up, Kevin?
On Freddie's live well, and he's got a nice setup, but like we're using a bilge pump, right, to fill up and empty and to circulate and oxygenate, using a bilge pump for that. That slime on that catfish will clog that bilge pump in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
And so constantly throughout the day, you could hear the pump falling down, and you knew that it was time to pull it out and dig the slime out of it and put it back in there. But I wonder like if you could possibly put like a window screen cage around it, or
yeah,
something like that, and it would still technically you would still need to clean it, but you could at least it would prevent you from having to dig out inside of the pump, and
and it would last a lot. It would be a lot better on the pump also.
Yeah,
keeping all that out of there.
Yeah.
Palmetto Cats is in. He said it's the TSW Fever Stand Show.
Hey, Kevin. John says we had a bass jump out of the live well back in the water at weigh-in.
Oh, that's got to be.
Yeah, that I'm sure
that could either be heartbreaking or, oh well, what a funny, if it didn't affect how you finished.
Yeah, but, yeah. If you knew you weren't going to get in the money anyways,
But you lost by 3 ounces. Too bad you didn't have just one more fish. Let's see. I saw with Palmetto in. That's right. Don't forget, one more day to get your votes in for the Golden Whisker Award. I am actually going to finally send mine in tonight. It's all done. I got to hit send.
Butterfly saying, Austin, you were a great team, but Mama Fever stole the show. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. I wouldn't have it any other way. That was kind of the whole point. All right, Jody's saying she's going back to work. Have a good night, Jody. Donald Long, how you doing, sir? I don't think if I missed you, I didn't mean to. Glad you're here, buddy.
Standing the send button is a problem. Yeah. I need that. I don't, by the time I get typing it in, I'm like, what was I doing?
For that I think at least once a week.
Well, because it happens at least once a week. So it's usually.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yep.
So but with the lakes, with what's happening here with some of the new proposals in Virginia,
yeah,
that may become if it hasn't already, that may become the blue cat waters for Virginia, because
I can't. It would take a long time for it to happen, but yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And sometimes as you remove some fish, the bigger fish that are already there get bigger, as long as they're not some of the fish that were removed.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. The problem is the proposals and the bills and all these things that we are fighting. The sad part is that eventually you're going to lose that battle. They'll probably get what they want, at least on paper, and then but it's just going to take, like, even if it went into effect tomorrow, it would take so long to eradicate the blue catfish population. I mean, it would take so long. I feel like there's such a huge population of those fish on the rivers.
The issue is you see how effective netting can be, and if they open it up to commercial fishing big time.
Yes.
Which is kind of funny because don't eat more than one fillet a month. Then
I know. Like, this bill is on the table in litigation. At the same time that the signs are still at the boat ramps to not eat more than one a month because of the mercury levels. It's like, well, which one is it? That right there just proves 100% without a doubt that it's not about the fish. It's not about me and you. It's about so and so went to college with so and so,
and they,
so and so's pocket feels a little lighter than it used to, or that he wants it to be, and that's all it is. That's how the world operates.
And then you've got all the saltwater. The saltwater lobby is just so much bigger.
All these people that are, whether they're in politics or owning, or if they own a business, a big business, there's so many of them that they went to the same colleges, they play golf at the same country clubs, like
yeah.
You can't be that naive where
Let's see. Catchfish with us said, is commercial fishing by net viable on the James? Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, it all depends on what scale. Like if you go out there and you see one person, one commercial fisherman every so often, it would take a long time. But if it turns into like, where you can't even, like, commercial fishermen are just like, you can't even get to the ramp because the parking lot is full of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're really screwed. But
we just need to tell.
I can't remember who brought it up, but like how they're gonna have to. I mean, I don't know how efficient it would be for them, but there's a lot of barge traffic, I mean, or a decent amount, like, so how is that going to contend with commercial fishing? Like, is that is one going to get in the way of the other? Because I can guarantee you that shipping is going to win that battle.
That's right.
They're not going to stop shipping because of commercial blue cat fishing. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, and we're close enough to Ohio that Randy's right. The Pay Lake guys will come here and go freaking crazy.
Yeah. Yep. That's part of the reason I don't really use Facebook right there, because I got a hard time keeping my mouth shut and just paying attention to what I should be paying attention to. I don't use Facebook. I really try not to use Facebook, but like with the ice bowl stuff, so much of it is on Facebook. And so I go on there and I look at the posts. I look at what Freddie's saying. I look at blah, blah, blah. People are saying congratulations. I'm saying thank you. Well, just opening up the app don't know that I don't like so-and-so, or that so-and-so doesn't like me, or whatever. They don't know that yet, because I don't even know me. So on the suggested, on the feed or whatever, it's like this pay like this, pay like that, and then I open up the comments, and it's some of the people that are, we're coming back next year. Y'all are doing great things, and I'm like, these are a bunch of fake fishermen. This is horrible. You want to say something so bad. I'm like, just shut the phone off, Austin. Just shut it off. You're gonna get in trouble.
I've had to do that. Like I try to be the I guess the mayor, and it's just, you can't teach some people some things unless they see it. And most of it don't care though, because it's about gambling. It's not about the fishing or whatever. Anyhow, they buy the tickets on who catches the biggest fish.
Yeah. Tito says, do y'all use skipjacks in y'all's area for blue cats? Nope.
If we had it, we would. But.
Yeah. The primary food source for our blue cats is going to be gizzard shad. In the springtime, we have the shad run, which there's a lot of species that come up the James River in the springtime to mate. And one of those species is a hickory shad, which is pretty much the same thing as a skipjack. You could argue that really the main difference is one of them is landlocked and one of them isn't. But other than that, if you show someone from the Tennessee River a picture of a hickory shad, they're gonna say that's a nice looking skipjack. There's not a whole lot to it.
I've had one next right, and if you went like this and flipped, you wouldn't be able to pick which one was what. It was identical.
But we only get like 3 to 4 decent weeks to target, if that. Sometimes some years it's like 2 weeks, and a week on either side of that is kind of iffy. But when we can get them, we target them, because usually you can get on fish with that. The fish will key in on those species that are running up the James River.
Yeah, especially the bigger fish. That's what we're really talking about, because that during that time they're going to be searching for, because that hickory shad is going to have a higher protein content than the gizzard shad, just because of what they normally eat, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
So when that's available, they will go crazy on it. And it's a great time of year also to be very careful with identifying your fish, because you have the alewives and the herring and American shad, and you're only allowed to keep the hickory shad. If you get caught with any of the other ones, if it's bad enough, they can take your vehicle.
Yeah, they will repossess your stuff.
So in that time of the year, also the stripers come up, and white perch. I could sit and fish for white perch all day.
Oh yeah, catching white perch, even the little ones. Man, it's just so much fun to drop that sabiki rig or a little jig, and you can go to town on them.
Ooh.
But yeah, y'all are right. The commercial guys it'll be free range.
Yeah,
Bait Lake guys. Yeah. We'll be
shirt, stickers, and envelope. I got it, at least. I got it.
We'll be fighting that.
But yeah, it's I don't know. But anyways, we got 15 minutes left. Let's have a fun rest of the night. That's just same reason, just like you said there, Austin. The topic just came up, and both of us were like,
but you can't not talk about it, because you're so passionate about it.
Absolutely.
Like, Greg Bird was saying that the mayflies are out like crazy, and it snowed a week ago.
Let's see.
I don't envy y'all.
Yeah, really I don't know I don't know which ones I hate more, the mosquitoes or the mayflies. And the mosquitoes are nothing like down there where Greg B is at in Louisiana. But
no, I'm pretty sure I can't stand mayflies worse, because mayflies will make you like. Mayflies will make you go home. Mosquitoes are annoying and whatever, but I can live. You can live through them. It's just
I don't know. It's tough with me. Mayflies or mosquitoes make me wear pants. I'm saying that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Never wear pants. You're always in shorts.
That's right. Except for the mosquitoes, I had started to wear long sweatpants because it was they were getting bad. Can we use game fish for bait in Virginia? You want that one, Austin?
Sure. The answer is yes. But you got to pay attention to which body of water you're in, because each different bodies of water, it's they have jurisdiction over, there's a state limit, and then each body of water, depending on the municipal, they have jurisdiction, so they can increase or decrease the creel limits and the length limits and different things like that. Like like crappie, for instance. Crappie, there's no statewide limit. There is no statewide length limit on crappie. But then you go to the table, and on the website next to it, it'll say, Kerr Lake / Bugs Island. It's whatever, 9 inches.
9 inches.
And then 25 a day or something, and it'll be listed. So you got to pay attention to that. You can't just assume, what works in this lake works in this river or blah, blah, blah. So then, like bass, smallmouth and largemouth, there's certain length limits, slot limits on the largemouth, and then on the smallmouth, like I think on any bass in the James River, you can keep up to 5 in aggregate, which just means total. But But if there's a length limit, you need.
All right, Jerry.
You're going to have to keep that fish whole, or at least lengthwise whole. Like you could slice a fillet off of it and use the fillet if you wanted to. But if you get pulled over by the game warden on the river and he sees you're using a bass for bait, he's going to want to make sure that it was within those length limit guidelines. And but we can cut up crappie on the James River. The James isn't listed separately on the table, as far as I know. But
no, James isn't an exception on there.
Yeah. But yeah, we can use game fish. You just got to pay attention to the length and creel limits. Randy says mosquitoes hardly ever mess with them, but the mayflies tear them up. I tell you what, what are those Dobson flies? Those freaking things.
Ooh,
those things look like they came straight from the depths of heck. They look like little demons. And one time I was fishing Jodi's show, and I think I just caught a fish. I just caught a flathead, and a Dobson fly landed on my khaki shorts, and I didn't realize it. But Dustin was hosting. He says, "Dude, it looked like a bird landed on my pants." Like,
they're like.
I went back and watched the replay, and that thing was like, and I've had them. You feel something on your leg, and you look down, and they're crawling up your calf, and I mean.
And what's funny is the Helgramite, the larvae. I'm like, no problem, and I can let it push, and it's gonna hurt, but I'll let it pinch on and everything. But once it, no, thank you.
No, things that fly that can bite. That's a whole nother level of, No, I'm good. Like when I say bite, I mean like. Man, if you've never seen a Dobson fly, look it up. It's intimidating,
Creepy looking, but they're great bait.
Yep, and especially the Helgramites, the which is the larvae of the Dobson fly.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, if you can catch Dobson fly and you can hook it and get it out on the water, oh man, you're bound to have something blow up on it. But the point is being able to hold on. Take a look at the picture. Being able to hold on to it, not gross yourself out and hook it. That'd be the.
And it's and the male and the female. I can't remember which.
Yes.
One of them is the one that looks like it came straight. That spawned out of the depths.
Yeah, and it doesn't bite like the other one does.
No. But mayflies are horrible, man.
They're just annoying,
Although I've never had an experience quite like James and Jodi last year or whatever, or the year before. They've got swarmed.
Yeah, that sucks. I've been a couple times where it was like just like you said, I finally had to go like this, but in the city, probably because of all the lights, but.
Greg says the state bird is the mosquito in Louisiana.
That's right.
Yeah, if Louisiana didn't have good food, I don't think y'all, great food and great fishing. If y'all didn't have those things going for you, there really wouldn't be.
That's right. Great people, great food, great fishing. Other than that, and weather in December and January, let's face it, 75 degrees.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah.
But other than that, just about any body of water has things in it that can and easily can kill you.
Yes. It's like that show Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
I tell you what, like the times that they've put a couple people in the Louisiana bayou, like I wouldn't do the show regardless, but I feel like I'd have an easier time, like in the savannah. than I would in the Louisiana bayou.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Because the Louisiana bayou, you got so many things that can bite you and kill you, and then just the weather's horrible. You're wet all the time. It's like, and not to mention, you could just randomly run into like, Bobby Joe, who hasn't seen a human being in 40 years. Like
he got turned around in the swamps,
like
in the bayous. Yeah, I had relatives that they lived out there, and you had to go to their house. You had to pull down dirt road and park there, and jumped in the river boat, and you go over to out in the middle of. If it came at night, you had to watch for the snakes in the boat and gators and Slidell. I got family in Slidell, Lisa. Slidell, Louisiana. Their last name was Smith. Did you know?
I'm sure they're the only Smiths down there. Yeah, I'm sure. I know, Greg. You get used to anything.
This is true. This is true.
It's just not being used to it, and then also being naked. That would be the problem.
Yeah, and
my wife and I used to watch that show quite a bit, and it would bug her to no end. She's exactly right, but like everyone's like, like you're allowed to bring one thing. I brought my magnifying glass. I brought this pot to boil water in. I brought this, and then they go off and they're just naked and they're just walking,
with their magnifying.
The first thing that you need to do is, I don't care if it's out of bark, a banana leaf, I don't care. But what you need to do is make you a pair of flip-flops or something. Being barefoot, I'd rather have shoes and no underwear in the woods than be fully clothed with no shoes. I really would. I would much rather have shoes than underwear.
That's right. Naked and out there in all that heat, there'd be no protection from the sun. For your head, come on, people. Hair, no hair.
Yeah,
come on.
I'd definitely. I'd be making a hat and some flip flops. 100%.
Yeah. So I brought this, I brought that. I brought a 10-gallon thing of DEET.
Yeah.
So what's that? Deep Woods Off. Because I could do it. I'd have no problem. It's the bugs. That would be the problem for me, the bugs.
I'll be fine. I just,
not the naked, not any of that other, just the bugs.
the woman, I can see it now. She's like, yeah, I brought this pot to boil water in. Did you bring a knife? I hope you brought a knife. Like, nah, I brought an F.O.A. Customs and Gear rod.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead and make me some flip-flops. I'll catch you later. I'll see you in 17 days.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That teamwork stuff, I don't know, because you get partnered up with somebody that either doesn't know anything or is completely just disagreeable with everything. That would be a lot more difficult than just being on your own.
And I wouldn't even mind if the person didn't know anything, if they were willing to say, "Oh yeah, I don't know anything." That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah,
it'd be
if they're willing to put in work,
Yeah, it'd be the one that doesn't know anything but wants to argue. It's a lightning storm. Let's sit underneath this tallest tree over here.
Yes, exactly. But there was that one where that lady, she went out there and they were arguing or whatever, and she laid on the beach to get a tan.
Yeah.
Didn't factor in that she hasn't had clean water in 2 days.
Yeah,
and got so dehydrated that she had to quit. It's like, and she's the one that brought the magnifying glass. And what were y'all thinking? I always liked it when they had the little pop-up notes on the bottom, and they would kill a gecko, and and put it over the fire, and their rotisserie, the gecko, and then the pop-up would come up and it would say Janet and Jim just ate the equivalent of half of a McNugget. And that's all the food they've had for 9 days is half a McNugget.
Yeah, or the eggs. Eggs is a popular one that has the protein of about a half of an egg.
Yes.
Like what? Yes. You've never watched Naked and Afraid, JG? Oh, that show's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
And the ones that go in there like, oh, I'm gonna kill this thing. I got this. I'm gonna do this. 2 days later, they're like, get my out of here. They never make it to the end.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Amber Romance, the trick in Victoria's Secret. I've heard that.
Yeah, Tony used to say, yep.
Yeah. That's right. He swore by that. He needs to just find out the maker of that and
just take the label off and put his own label on. That'll get you by until you can.
Oh yeah, if it's from Victoria's Secret though, imagine coming home. I was fishing. It's bug spray. Look, it's Tony's bug spray. I know what a poop smells like. That ain't no bug spray. That'd be hilarious.
Got a label that says Tony's bug spray on it. It'd make it a lot easier to explain.
That's for sure. Here, smell. What do you mean? Happy Valentine's Day. What am I going to do with Tony's bug spray? Here, smell it. Oh, Muskrat not feeling well.
Well, darn. Hope you feel better, buddy. But he says that's one of his favorite shows.
Yeah, it's
and my favorite part. It's like it's like watching the Olympics. Like I'm sitting here eating like cheese doodles, and I'm like, what a sissy! I could do that.
Yeah.
Who the heck? Why would you be afraid of a lion in the dark? Like,
hey, can you pass me that?
Yeah,
pass me the drink over there, please.
Yeah.
My back is a little tender. I don't want to push the recliner back down. Can you?
Yep.
Whew, you want to check that thermostat? It's getting a little warm in here. That's kind of like how I feel hosting the live fishing tournament league. It's been, like 8 degrees out there. So how's it? Woo, Swarm, I got to take my coat off in here. How you guys doing out there? I'll be right back. I'm just going to go grab me a nice big sandwich. Love it. Uh-oh. Bugman said getting knee replaced next Friday.
Well, good luck, buddy. Hope it goes well. That's for sure.
Bingeable series. That's it, though. You'll get hooked. You start watching it, you'll get hooked. And you will be yelling at your TV. Come on, what are you doing, dumbass? Nobody, you don't do that. How do you not know this?
Yep.
That's right. Tim Molina in the house. What's up, Tim? He said, what did I step into? I know Dustin's not here tonight, and he was in chat, so we weren't sure if he was there or not. So our whole game plan for the show just went out the window. So
yeah, basically, Mom and Dad went out for dinner and left the kid with the babysitter. And
or vice versa, something.
Not a whole lot of rules tonight, Not a whole lot of rules,
That's right. It's Naked and Afraid Amish style.
Yeah, you'll see me out there with some banana leaf flip flops, banana leaf hat, some suspenders.
Naked and Afraid Amish style. They actually unbutton the shirt all the way down for the that's the Amish naked. There was actually, did you see the episode? There was actually an Amish dude on there.
Was it really?
Yeah, I don't know if he still was, but he grew up Amish and then converted over. But yeah. Still the same thing. Like he was really whatever about, how they want to hug or whatever and this and that. And, the woman was trying to tell him what to do sometimes and, things like that. So that was that was all.
They were trying to cuddle for warmth
Yeah.
And he was the one that was like, I'm not. I can't do
yeah,
that.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Naked and Afraid Amish style in Louisiana.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. Nope, I will not be doing that.
Need a few beignets to cover your woof.
Can you can you imagine signing up for this? I wonder, do you sign up for the show and you don't know where they're taking you until?
I believe so.
Because can you imagine being blindfolded and then you show up to like a Louisiana airport and it's like, no, God, no.
No. Yeah, because you're going to get bit by mosquitoes. You're getting leeches out in the body. You're getting leeches on you.
Yeah.
You never know. They're going to have to watch for gators and water moccasins and copperheads and 10,000 other things that'll kill you. Oh, that's right. Alone. That was another one too.
Yep. Alone was good. Alone was good for a while, but I got real bored with Alone because it turned into the same thing every time. At least Naked and Afraid had that comedic, because like naked, but like Alone, it was like every episode was, oh, I miss my family, and it was like it just didn't have that comedic value.
What suckers? Can you imagine them?
It was still good though.
What suckers? I miss my family. Oh, please, come on.
I know.
Oh, Mrs. Fever, how you doing?
He's looking at you.
Yeah, I bet. I'm not giving him any ideas. Trust me.
No, you don't have to worry about that.
I
won't be signing up for any TV shows.
Dead Sea Pirate says, no, my luck, I'd end up in the Antarctica or someplace cold. Yeah.
Start building an igloo.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Anything to get out of the wind up in the north, that'll help right there.
Oh, 100%.
But igloos, that's kind of funny in there with fire and stuff. And
yep.
Your house isn't melting.
Yep. Yeah, a fire in an igloo is a great way to stay warm. It melts the inside, and then the outside ice refreezes it. So
yeah,
it adds
there you
go. And you can keep an igloo at like 60 degrees Fahrenheit while the outside is negative 50.
Just don't sleep too close to the edge of it. That's all.
Yeah, no, and yeah, if you can just keep a bunch of canned foods in there. Wait for the helicopter to come to you. Yeah, no.
Oh my goodness. Well, were we supposed to talk about fishing tonight?
I don't know. Well, we did a little bit. We
did. That's right. We were talking about the fishing in lakes and.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think we're gonna end it if it's the same to you.
Works for me.
All right. It's getting pretty late. I got to get up early. So, but all right. Let's see. I'm not wearing my WWDD bracelet. What would Dustin do? I do appreciate everybody coming in here and watching and hanging out with us. Me and Stan just kind of BSing and filling the time slot here. And not your regularly scheduled programming, but it was a good time.
Absolutely.
If you haven't, check out F.O.A. customsandgear.com. Use code TSW10. You know us. We love the rods, the hooks. All the spooks are hand painted by Nina, and she does a great job. The planter boards, they do a fantastic job. Based off of Uncle Lou's design, and Freddie has taken that and done Uncle Lou some solid justice. So excellent products. Ancient Mariner, check out Ancient Mariner Reels. Tell them that Dustin sent you from Team Snaggin Whiskers. Make sure you go vote for the Whisker Awards if you haven't already. The link was in chat earlier, but if you go to Kevin's Facebook, I'm pretty sure you could find that.
There's actually a Golden Whiskers Facebook page.
Yep. But other than that, Stan, can you think of anything that I'm missing? Other than Stan's got a show tomorrow night.
Yeah,
8 o'clock, Friday night cat chat.
I'll be live for the first time this week.
Woo! I don't think there's any. Is there anything going on this weekend other than Stan Day on Sunday?
No. Jodi's usually live. She's been going live earlier on Fridays.
That's right.
No, not this Saturday. But the following Saturday.
Yep.
Live Fishing Tournament League, the last tournament of 2024 for all the marbles. Upcoming show for rules on LFTL Championship. Yes, sometime between now and the finale. Palmetto did post it. I think it's on the Facebook page, but I know I saw it somewhere. I think in one of his community posts on his channel for what the rules were. It's the football, same thing, the football point system. And that is on February 8th. It's football point system.
What's up, Brian?
Boom, boom, bam. I know. We didn't know who was out there, so three-quarters of what we were going to talk about tonight, we decided not to. So
yeah.
But yes, we mentioned that we're going to try to do a show about that. We'll talk about some of that tomorrow night also.
Good deal.
But so that's on the 8th. The championship, still anybody's game. I think depending on, if Bobcat and them don't catch a fish, they get a 0 or 100. So
yep.
Technically, you could go 100 points down. You could be 100 points down and still end up winning. So,
hey, man, anything could happen.
With that being said, I got nothing else. Great to see everybody. Right. Thanks for coming in, everybody.
Everybody sees Brian be catfishing. Brian's been a member for 18 months. He's been a Whisker Warrior. If you would like to support Dustin and the TSW channel, please consider becoming a member. It would mean a lot, and it goes to some really good people. So, but thank you so much for coming in here, and that's gonna be it. We'll see y'all later.
Deuces.